Volleyball is an extremely popular sport with many men and women of all ages who enjoy the game. Unfortunately, as we age, the athletic requirements to be a successful volleyball player becomes more than our bodies can handle. Even in young, healthy individuals, ankle injuries are very common among novice and elite players. The following are just some examples of most common injuries in volleyball.
That looks serious. That looks serious. Oh, yes, she goes on. That was dreadful.
As you can see, the injuries associated with volleyball can be very severe. While this isn't always the case, even the severity of small injuries increases as we age. Therefore, the issue we want to address is how to keep the aging adult who loves volleyball active, while simultaneously reducing the chances of even the smaller ankle injuries. Let's look at how Jackie does a proper serve on a volleyball court.
Now let's see how this would look on a beach volleyball court. Now let's go back and break down what we saw. Notice when Jackie lands on the court, there is a bit of a stumble to correct her balance. Also, notice how hard of an impact she has when landing. Now let's break down what we saw on the beach court. Notice the difference from the first video to the second in regard to the ankle. When Jackie lands in the sand, her impact is absorbed by the sand and she requires almost no corrective movements to regain her balance.
Using the Canovia software and Jackie's measurements, we were able to analyze the physics behind a volleyball spike for indoor and outdoor volleyball. Canovia allowed us to find the total distance, time, velocity, acceleration, momentum, and impulse, all from the max height of the ankle in the middle of the spike to when the ankle finally lands at the end of the spike. The total distance that the ankle traveled from the maximum height in indoor was 0.7 meters compared to outdoor, which was only 0.5 meters. The velocity that the ankle traveled indoor was 1.8 meters per second compared to outdoor at 1.3 meters per second. The acceleration of the ankle inside was at 3.6 meters per second squared, whereas the acceleration inside was at 4.3 meters per second squared. This increase in acceleration can be due to a multitude of factors. One being, Jackie played a lot of indoor volleyball growing up, but has now played competitive beach volleyball for the past 5 years. She now only coaches indoor volleyball, so experience can play a role. One other likely factor is the sand itself. It is a little harder to jump off the sand compared to a volleyball court. So Jackie may have used slightly greater force to jump off the sand than the court. However, we are unable to measure the exact amount of force that Jackie exerted due to the lack of a force plate. However, even if we were in possession of a force plate, having sand over the force plate may slightly alter the readings. The momentum for indoor was 123 kilograms meters per second compared to outdoor at 89 kilogram meters per second. The impulse indoor was 334 newtons per second compared to outdoor at 200 newtons per second. The greater impulse will lead to a greater compression force through the ankle joint, which can cause one, if not multiple, bones to fracture. Through these findings, we can see that the data shows that indoor volleyball mostly has higher values compared to outdoor beach volleyball. Because of these higher values, they can lead to greater chances in ankle injuries. However, there are a whole host of other factors to consider when it comes to ankle injuries, such as landing on an opponent's foot and or landing at an awkward angle.
Everyone in our group is interested in a career in pedagogy or fitness training. One common concept we all are passionate about is promoting activities that inspire people to be physically active over their entire lifetime. Beach volleyball is a sport that can be utilized to accomplish this. The sand cushions impact and increases the time of the force, causing less impulse on the ankles and joints. This is beneficial for anyone who is prone to injury, currently injured, or for older individuals who are at a higher risk for injury due to natural aging processes. Also, sand is commonly used in rehab settings to strengthen the ankle specifically, which makes it a great activity to recommend to students and clients of all ages.